If it wasn't for His grace, I wouldn't be standing here today. God's everlasting mercy has kept me every day. If it wasn't for His grace, our souls would be lost. God's grace and mercy reconciles our hearts. Oh, it kept me all along my way is grace. Yeah. Protected me. I was going in the wrong direction. My life headed for destruction. I couldn't see the light of day. I couldn't find my way. God's angels do surround me. They protect me and they guide me. Right now, I'm so thankful that His grace and mercy. Oh, God's grace, His grace and mercy. Oh, amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore, very deeply stained within, sinking to rise no more. But the Master of the sea heard my despairing cry. Right now, now somehow He loves me. In spite of my sin, He saved me. He redeemed me. Cleansed me with His grace. Follow me all the days of my life.
Good evening. My name is Elena Harris, and I'm overjoyed to introduce you to Amir Buchanan. Amir Buchanan, a senior at Whitehaven High School, is the vice president of DECA and an editor for the Crossroads yearbook staff at her school. Amir is heavily involved in DECA, an organization that allows her to volunteer her time through community service and compete in competitions related to business, marketing, and entrepreneurship. She is also a member of SOUL and is a previous member of FBLA, Art Club, Student Council, and the Whitehaven High soccer team. She is part of the top 10% of her class and is a recurring honor roll student. Amir aspires to one day travel and experience all parts of the world. She loves to pick up new hobbies and listens to music. One of Amir's favorite quotes is, "A great leader's courage to fulfill their vision comes from passion, not position," by John C. Maxwell. I present to you our host of the evening, Amir Buchanan.
Hello, my name is Amir Buchanan, and I am delighted to be your host. It is my pleasure to introduce our first panelist, Ms. Victoria Boyd. Ms. Boyd is a chemistry teacher, and her favorite quote is, our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure," by Marianne Williamson. Please welcome Ms. Victoria Boyd.
Hi, Soul Girls. My name is Victoria Boyd, and I am a Soul Girl too. So I'm so excited for this opportunity to take a moment and tell you about where I am now. So I currently reside in Cambridge, Massachusetts. I came up to Massachusetts back in 2008 when I graduated from high school. I had a bunch of different college options and was looking at a bunch of different cities, but I ended up landing on and choosing Wellesley College. Wellesley College is a college for women, and I never imagined that I would end up going to an all women's college, but it turned out to be an experience that allowed me to gain confidence in myself, confidence in my intelligence and my abilities, and an opportunity to make some lifelong friends. So I graduated from Wellesley College in 2012. And after that, I went to get my master's in education from the Boston Teacher Residency. So I already had in my head, because of the expectation of the Boston Teacher Residency, that I'll be teaching in Boston. But it turned out I ended up getting a job in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And I am now a chemistry teacher at Prospect Hill Academy in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And I've been there for 8 years as a chemistry teacher. So that's been my career journey. Also, some things that I enjoy in my life now is I'm very involved with my current church, Pentecostal Tabernacle. I'm involved in a young adults ministry and organizing conversations for us to have as a community. I also enjoy dance fitness. So in 2019, I got certified as a Boss Chick dance instructor or dance fitness instructor. And Boss Chick is a dance workout for women by women, started in Miami 8 years ago. So that's one hobby that I'm really excited about. So if you see me on Instagram, you'll see videos of me dancing around. So I'm filming from my living room because that's where I spend a lot of my time. I'm teaching from my living room right now, dancing from my living room right now because of the pandemic. But making the best of it. So, thank you for listening to my story. I want to encourage you to be confident, to grow in confidence, to push yourself, to surround yourself with people that encourage you, to ask for help when you need it, to take support when people are giving it to you. Don't take those mentors for granted, don't take your elders for granted. Blessings to you. Take care.
Our next panelist is Miss Christina Wright. Christina is a food and nutrition technician, and her hobbies include watching movies and talking to her friends. She also enjoys spending time with her family. Please welcome Miss Christina Wright.
Hi, my name is Christina Wright. This is my then and now. I graduated from Craigland High School, class of 2018. Now I work for Sherwood County Schools.
Hi, my name is Valerie Wright, and I'm the proud mother of Christina Louise Wright. To me, Christina is the poster child of the last shall be first. People often counted her out, but I always counted her in. She didn't come to fail, she only came to win. Christina was born into my heart at the age of 6. She was a very shy and a very timid little girl. I recognized that she had a different ability early on and began the process of rehabilitation. Not only did I seek professional help, but as her mother, I did everything in my power to train her up. I thank God that she was brought up in this house, the New Olivet Worship Center, who is our village. People often wonder why, in their opinion, I was so hard on her. But they didn't understand what it takes to raise a special needs child and preparing her for the world. I kept her involved in different activities, such as hip-hop dancer with Ballet on Wheels, Girl Scout under the leadership of Miss Estelle Paulette, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and with all my training, she landed her first job with Hometown Pizza at the age of 16. She was a youth usher and now on Team 1 Usher Board. She's worked with Popcorn with Pastor, and of course, being a part of Soul, Sister Allah's United in the Lord. She was the Promise Ball Queen of Upward Steps and 10th grade homecoming princess for Craigmont High in 2015. not to mention going to the junior prom and the senior prom. She received her yellow belt in martial arts. Her 12th grade year, she was cadet in junior ROTC. Then came her ultimate milestone, graduation, in 2018. She also completed her training with Project Search in 2019, who further gave her job skills, and now she's gainfully employed with Shelby County Schools in the Food and Nutrition Department. Describe her in one word, it would be determined. I am also glad she was able to beat the odds. She is proud to be finally 21.
I'd like to introduce our next panelist, Ms. Erin Strickland. Erin is a supplier quality engineer. Her favorite quote is, "Live simply, love generously, care deeply, speak kindly, leave the rest to God." Please give Ms. Erin Strickland a warm welcome.
Hi ladies, my name is Erin Strickland and I am a supplier quality engineer at Medtronic, a medical device company. I basically work with suppliers to fix any problems they may have and make sure they're making the best of the best for Medtronic. I didn't know what that job even was a few years ago. Originally, I wanted to be a nurse practitioner, but I had a math teacher that thought I would be really good at engineering, so she signed me up for a few classes. Shortly after that, I noticed my grandfather struggling to walk and sit down. Come to find out, he needed a hip replacement, but he was afraid to undergo the procedure. So I did a little research, and the procedure is pretty intense. Part of your natural hip is shaved and removed or replaced with a metal piece. So I saw that biomedical engineers are people that do research into like other ways of doing hip replacements. So 6 years later, I decided to major in biomedical engineering. In college is where my Christian journey really began. I grew up in church, prayed every night, but being in a new environment with a lot of new challenges, that's where my relationship with God really went to the next level. My major was hard. It was really hard. I was stressed out. I couldn't sleep. I was making grades that I didn't even know were possible to go that low. And it seemed like I was doing everything right. I was going to tutoring, I was talking to my professors, and the work and the results just were not adding up. And it was because I was trying to fight the battle by myself. One night before an exam that determined if I was going to pass or fail a class, I just broke down and I was like, God, if this is what I'm supposed to be doing, I need some help, I need a sign, I need something, or I was going to quit. I came out of that class with an A, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but it was just the reassurance that I needed that if I trust in God and do the work, if it's in His will, He will make a way out of no way. And He's continued to open doors that I didn't even know existed because I just put all of my trust in Him and do the work, and I know He's going to take care of me even if it doesn't look like how I think it should. I'm on the right path because it's the path He has for me. Building your relationship with God is so important, and building your relationship in the church. That's why I'm so glad all of you guys are a part of Soul. This program, it has been a huge role in who I am today, especially with public speaking, which I'm still not a huge fan of it, but leave it to Soul to make me do it again. I love you guys so much. I can't wait to see what the future holds for all of you guys. I know it's bright because God is in it. I love you. Bye.
Our next guest is none other than Mrs. Courtney Simmons Listenby. Mrs. Simmons Listenby is a powerful attorney whose life motto is "Don't let another man's opinion become your reality." She also lives by a quote from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11, New International Version, as follows: "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Please welcome attorney Mrs. Courtney Simmons Listenby.
Hello, my name is Courtney Listenby, formerly Courtney Simmons. Professionally, I am attorney Courtney Simmons. I received the Soul Scholarship back in 2004, right when I graduated from high school. My career goals at that point in time were to graduate, go to undergrad, go to law school, get my law degree, and become an attorney. Well, since then, I did graduate from Middle Tennessee State University in 2007. I went on to get my Juris Doctorate degree from the University of Mississippi School of Law in 2011. Then I went on to start practicing law immediately thereafter, and was blessed with the opportunity actually to start my own firm in 2015, which is Casey Simmons and Bryant PLLC. We have two locations in Jackson and Clarksville, and that's Jackson, Tennessee. And so my Christian journey throughout all of this has just been amazing. One thing that I did learn was that I had to be intentional and specific in what I wanted. I told God that I wanted to be able to graduate from law school by the time I turned 25, and I wanted to be a practicing attorney by then. He gave me that. I told him that I wanted to be able to own my own law firm. I prayed about it. I worked hard. I did everything that I could to try to learn everything that I could to be an amazing attorney. And 4 years after I started practicing law, after I graduated from law school, I was blessed with the opportunity to become an equity partner in my own law firm. And most people don't make partner in that amount of time. And so I can tell you that it was nothing but God that blessed me with that opportunity. I have learned to be very, very specific. I think God laughs at me because I'm one of those people where I don't want, something that's just, it's kind of, is that God talking? No, I have to be specific. I tell him, like, dude, like, hit me with a Mack truck. Tell me exactly what I need to be doing so that I can be following your word. And so me and God have that relationship to where he just kind of does that for me. And I've just been blessed with it. As far as my career is concerned, I have more goals. I want to be a judge one day, and me and God have talked about that. And I think that I'm on my way to do it. I know that it's going to be something that he's going to bless me with when the time is right. I would say to you, all of you young ladies, don't give up. Set goals. If you can write them down, but speak them into the atmosphere. Let the world know what you intend to do. You are a force to be reckoned with, and don't let anyone ever tell you differently. Pray, keep God first, and you are going to be a super successful individual. I wish all of you all the blessings in the world, and thank you so much for this opportunity.
Hi, my name is Cameron Turner, and today I'll be talking about Mr. Ernest C. Withers. Photojournalist Ernest C. Withers was born on August 7, 1922, in Memphis, Tennessee. He is best known for capturing over 60 years of African American history in the segregated South with the iconic images of the Montgomery boycott, Emmett Till's death, the Memphis sanitation strike, the Negro Baseball League, Memphis blues, and soul musicians. Throughout the 50s and 60s, Mr. Withers recorded momentous events. He traveled throughout the South with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., James Meredith, Medgar Evers, and other civil rights leaders. Ernest Withers' photography proclaimed the wealth of Memphis musical talents and showcased blues and rock and roll that emerged from Memphis's gospel and blues musical traditions. During relentless segregation, it was the white Elvis or Johnny Cash or Jerry Lee Lewis who brought the Memphis sound to the attention of the nation. But Withers' photography clearly documented the sound that was produced by the Black musical culture.